Okay, I'm gonna record a video really quick. Is that cool? Hey guys, welcome back to Golden Aesthetics. This is Artemus Dolgin. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Here in San Francisco today, and a beautiful Dolgin allowed me to film the video here with this beautiful view. I want to talk bodybuilding and numbers, because we all get caught up in numbers, and it feels like people really track their statistics and track their progress only by numbers. And you know, it goes about the weight on the scale. They think that, you know, they're going to put more weight and they're going to weight more, they're going to look better. But bodybuilding is not about numbers. Bodybuilding is about how you look. It's about creating the symmetry, creating the flow within your physique. A lot of guys try to put on mass, and when they go on the scale and to see their progress within the scale, within the numbers, they feel like they're failing. But their body composition could be changing, because it all depends on fat, you know, versus lean mass composition. And that's why we should be more concerned about what we see in the mirror, and we should go by the look, not by the weight. This is one of the aspects. Actually, a lot of people that try to lose weight feel the same way. If their weight scale is not going down, is their weight not going down, they feel like they're not progressing. But again, muscle mass could be growing and at a different rate. So whenever you introduce yourself to the weight training, your muscles start to grow. So sometimes it's possible to increase your lean mass and drop your body fat at the same time. So I shouldn't be concerned about the numbers, especially the scale. It's great for statistics. It's great to adjust things, you know, and see how your body manipulates water intake and all that stuff, and then you'll see how your weight is changing accordingly. But I wouldn't get caught up into this, because the main purpose of bodybuilding is the way you look, not the way or how much you weigh, because nobody even going to measure your size, you know, your waist or your biceps on the stage. Nobody's going to take your weight unless you're competing within the weight class. But that doesn't matter either, because there are some guys that weight a lot less but look a lot bigger. So the major concern should be symmetry, not your weight. And whenever I train, whenever even in lean bulk, it's very important to look at the scale, yes, in a way, but it's also very important to look at the body and the way it looks, because your fullness, your roundness, how the muscle is looking, especially at weak points, that's what should be concerning you the most, not, you know, how much you weigh. Because you get caught up on how much you weigh, you start eating all kinds of food you work for the weight, you work for the numbers, not for the way you look. Because again, nobody measures you and nobody asks you how much, you know, weight you pulled or pushed on stage. It's all about the way you look. And this is another aspect I wanted to touch on really quick before I let you go, is about doing reps and sets. You know, we go in training, we set our mind towards 12 reps or 12 or 2 sets or 4 sets, and that's how our mind works. That's all you want to do. You just want to perform 12 reps and that's it. You know, and that's what you're concerned about within the set. You're always thinking, oh, I'm going to do this much, and you just count. And your mind is occupied with counting instead of actually working deeper into the muscle, working through the muscle and exhausting it. You know, you should let your genetic potential and genetic structure guide you. You know, you shouldn't be looking at other guys, oh, I want to look like this and I want to look like that. You have your own genetic structure, and it's your advantage. There are taller guys, smaller guys, wider guys, you know, fuller guys. They're all different. You know, you have your own genetic structure, and you have to let it guide you, and you have to be concerned about that within your set. You know, if you're concerned about the numbers, if you're concerned about how many reps you're going to perform, you're not going to work through the muscle, especially if you're really aiming to push more weight, you know, or pull more weight, and you put plates. And when you go on the set, you're only concerned and you're controlled by the weight. You know, you're controlled by the reps. You're not controlling the set. You know what I'm saying? You're not within the set, within your mind and within your muscle. And that's, you have to take yourself to exhaustion every single set, every single rep. And that's what bodybuilding should be about. It's not about the numbers. It's not about being big. It's about looking big. It's not about weighing a lot, but looking like you do. So this is my intake on bodybuilding and numbers. It's very important, because, as I said, we get caught up so often into the numbers instead of getting really deep, you know, into the mentality of bodybuilding. And as I said, the more I get into this, the more I understand bodybuilding, the more it becomes mental rather than physical, you know. And as I said, don't let the numbers guide you and fuck with your head. I'm not even going on scale for a very long time, just because I don't want that to occupy my mind and think, oh, I'm gonna, you know, I'm regressing because I weigh less, or I weigh more, I gain some fat. You know, I'll go by my body, the way it looks in the pictures, the way it looks on stage, or the way it looks in the mirror, and that's how you assess your physique. Don't let the numbers fuck with you. And again, this approach to training when you are within the set and you're not counting, you're really focusing and working that muscle, and then you're not letting your mind, run those numbers and count, let me get the 12, I'm done, and let me get the 12, I'm done. Just keep working, keep focusing on contracting the muscle, squeezing the muscle, stretching that muscle. That's all within that moment, and that's what truly matters, taking yourself to the deep waters and pushing yourself way beyond failure. This is where true bodybuilding happens, and this is where true champions made. This is Artemus Dolgin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Enjoy this is just another perspective, my perspective. Actually, I've been reading some of the work of Miller Sartsev, and Miller Sartsev is a big legend in the sport and one of the best bodies that ever walked this earth, best quads for sure, and he had amazing symmetry, and that's something that I learned from him, reading his works and reading his posts. He's an amazing guy. You should guys check him out on Instagram. He's really cool, and he's giving that advice of not really staying within the set and counting reps, but rather focusing on the muscle, on the contraction and the squeeze, and that's what bodybuilding should be about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was actually a pretty wild night for me too.